Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to church, my loves. Mm, I am gonna light another incense actually while I'm here. Oh, I gotta adjust the camera. We can't even see Ducky Duck. Remember, we play Spot the Duck. So, not that been I was trying to end something on a joke, or bring a joke in so you guys have something to laugh about at some point, other than me trying to read or speak or any of those things. I mean, fine to laugh at just there low. Alright, well, let's get those inside. I'm going to go with sandalwood. The energies are really getting stirred to the solar plexus. I do believe it's Monday. Chiron is going retrograde. So there's going to be wounds revisited, especially deep wounds, ones that, and I've got around solar plexus coming up. They're coming up for review so you can believe in yourselves, so you can believe in your purposes, um, so you can clear out any of those things that kind of make you have these limiting beliefs where you're like, well, I can't do that, right? Um, so lots getting brought up to bring healing to the solar plexus. Those of you who feel more easily triggered by pre-existing wounds, right? So let's say a good example of something that the collective might run into with Chiron retrograde, and the whole solar plexus being brought up. Say you got made fun of for singing once and you don't believe in yourself, really. Honestly, you're a great singer. You just don't believe in yourself. And then you're walking along outside singing and somebody walks by and laughs. And they're not even laughing at you. They just thought of something funny at that point in time. You're more likely to associate that interaction being like, oh my gosh, they're laughing at me singing and this is why I don't sing. Um, and it's getting brought up for a reason, right? If somebody laughs, who cares, right? That doesn't mean you're not gifted. It just means they found something funny, or they're, in a low frequency and they're trying to bring you down. Um, Either way, right? It doesn't mean don't sing. You're still supposed to sing, hon. So I hope that helped bring a little bit more clarity to the situation. Welcome, lovers. Welcome. Got that sound going. Hi, Sammy. Christian. I am not Indian. Hi, Vipin. Hello, Kaylee. How are you? We got Kaylee as the moderator. Thank you. Thank you for donating some of your time. Uh, Please keep any comments of the light. I am very open to different types of conversations happening. Um, but please keep them of the light. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, what just happened to my foot? I like put it in the wrong position. It cramped. I have no idea what this is. Abba Shalom. Shalom. I like you, Shamul. I'm on talk. Matt. Jeffro. Thanks. Thinking about my nostrils. I got them from my daddy. Under the life. Habibi. Hello, Gabriel. Hi, Aaron. I don't really have one. Sometimes I put on a moisturizer. Hello. Hello, hello. Alright, thank you for them likes. I was giving it a second before we jumped into it. I am going to get into the astrologies later on. I'm going to go through the messages first. Then we'll do astrology, I think, or yeah. And then get into the reading. So, I hope everybody has what they need. I've got my lemonade. Do you have some type of beverage? Do you have a pen or crayons or anything like that? I always encourage writing down any notes that you get during church. And then if you get time later, meditating on that message, like what did all this mean during service? Welcome, Sashin. And I think I said hi to you. Oh, I know what that means. Oh, so many ways. Welcome, David. My name is Kirsten. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Okay, those of you who don't know, I have started the 28th for Leo. So yesterday was day 1, today is day 2. We're going to be doing shadow work readings every day. We're going to be doing, yesterday we did ones, and I'm going to stick with ones for 10 days while I also bridge off of that. So like today we're also going to do twos. Just to help the collectives at different levels progress, to the same point where we're able to kind of maintain ourselves and feel very confident doing so moving forward. 28 days makes and breaks a habit in a lot of ways. And today's sermon, I guess, is really based on habits. Those that are good and those that are bad for us. Awareness. How do we change those? How do we build those? Um, how do we get more where we want to be? And this is technically not up where it needs to be. There's a candle. Oh, it's fine. That's so fine. Anyways, so I can reach on butter. Okay, I'm just going to set those there. Alright, so yeah. New habits with 28 days. Some of us reflecting on wounds that have created bad habits for us, right? So, especially with Chiron and that retrograde, you guys are going to be getting a lot of thoughts on wounds from the past and how we've now established habits because of that. This could be habits in how we talk to ourselves. This could be habits in how we talk to others, how we physically treat ourselves and others, how we view life. You know what I mean? Why we do something that we do. You know what I mean? So that's really getting brought up. Um, all right. So for the collective, I've also got messages that were coming through about friends or a surrounding energy. And this energy, some of you guys dealing with both. And it's kind of comical. But, I mean, one is like Scrappy Doo. I don't know if you've ever watched Scooby Doo, but Scrappy Doo was this little annoying dog. It was always like, puppy power. And, like, everybody wanted him off the show because he's so fucking annoying and yappy. Right? You've got an energy where it's like they feel like their ego is way bigger than they ever gonna be, right? And they bark all the time about it. Very annoying energy. So some of you guys need to reflect on that because there's special messages in regards to them. Others of you, I've got the stupid dog, like the dopey dog that runs out into the road, and it's just like they are never going to get things on a level you can. You just need to understand this about this friend. And there are going to be a lot of situations where you do feel like you need to be the babysitter. Or that's kind of going to be asked of you because this person is technically beyond retarded. I'm just being honest with you. Alright. I mean, I get it. I got some friends like that that are technically like off the charts. You know what I mean? So, good people. Just you kind of do gotta look out for them more. I was writing down the notes about Chiron. I keep collecting notes. Hi, Simon. Alright. So, okay, I already went over. We started the 28th day with Leo. For some of you, I've got facing your fears and starting something. Uh, you can't win if you don't try coming through. For some of you, you won't even start it because you're afraid you're going to fail. And if you're looking at it that way, then technically every day you're failing. Um, just because you won't even start. Uh, but failure's not the worst thing, right? And failure doesn't mean that you stop there, right? For some of you guys, you might fail, but you end up succeeding in the long run as long as you just keep trying. So getting past those fears of failures and just being, courageous enough to start something. For part of the collective, the topic of demons want love too. So understanding, you know, even if they are incapable of love themselves, they do want love. It's a light that they seek. Um, and so be careful because for some of you, you have a mass energy around you, and it's like they technically can't love, um, but they say nice things and promise to. Welcome, loves. Thank you for them likes. All right, what are we gonna move in? We're gonna get into snaps here. Um, so for the collective, big things we want to highlight growth wise. We've got acceptance of truths. The collective accepting truths of self, um, truths of others around them or situations, universal truths. Some of you guys getting information beyond the veil, and it's like, you're accepting the truth of that. So, all those truths that you're accepting and breakthroughs, good for you guys. I have accountability being had by the collective. So, good for you guys. Choosing to do the right thing here. All right, getting into prayers. I had to reach out for a better job for somebody's mama. So praying for those individuals and that happens for them. I've got healing to the solar plexus for the collective, patience for the collective, and understanding for the collective. You guys, 8-8 is right around the corner. So be prepared for energies to get really intense around there. Dreams, downloads. A lot of you guys wanting to have journals ready. Um, if you can, getting out there, soaking up sunlight, soaking up starlight. Soaking up starlight during 888 is really big. So if you can, get out one of them nights, especially on the 8th. Obviously that's the most potent, but the day before and the after. So looking at 7, 8, 9. All right, we're gonna move on with the messages to this part. We're gonna get choosing the exercise that we're gonna be reading about today is from Choosing Joy: Easy Strategies to Find Your Bliss, and it's by Sarah Gregg. So if you're interested, there are other ones about other topics. All right. So this one we're going to go through is the habit advantage. A nail is driven out by another nail. Habit is overcome by habit. Erasmus. Our past behavior can be relived in the present through our habits. Habits are automatic behaviors that we execute without even thinking, whether it's checking our phone first thing in the morning or putting our shoes on before we leave the house. Habits are ingrained over time and account for 40% of our daily activities. While some habits may enhance happiness, others can create a cycle of unhappiness that we can struggle to break. Welcome, loves, welcome. Perhaps it's secretly eating to relieve sadness or staying up too late to watch TV to reclaim time. Regardless of our individual vice, these small and helpful habits share the ability to elicit momentary pleasure, followed by feelings of regret, shame, and general unhappiness. Part of letting go of our past involves dissolving past habits that no longer serve us. This change doesn't require an overhaul of our lives. In fact, just a habit of tweaking here and there can have a significant impact. Making habits work for you. Habits remove the effort voice from life because we perform them without thinking. For instance, we rarely sit on the sofa debating if we should put our shoes on before we leave the house. We just automatically do it. Our habits enable our brain to conserve energy so we can focus on what matters most. And what's more, because good and bad habits are formed in the same way, we can use them to work for us and not against us. To do this, we need to understand the science of how habits are formed. We have habits have a three-part formula: cue, behavior, and reward. Think about when you brush your teeth at night as an example, if you do this. I've not tried to put yourself in a state where you've made part of your daily habit brushing your teeth every day. So if you can, try and get there and then use that mindset. Your cue is bedtime. The behavior is brushing your teeth, and the reward is the clean feeling. By understanding this formula, research has shown we can work with it to shift our focus toward automatic habits that make us happy at any age. Be patient. Changing a habit takes time. Studies suggest it can take anywhere between 18 and 254 days to form a new habit. Um, I'm going to stick with the 28. I want you guys to focus on 28. Research, depending on where you get it, you can understand where there's that wide array. What you're really looking for is 28 days for an individual. Um, the key to change is repetition. The more you repeat the desired new behavior, the more your neurons will fire and rewire to replace the old pattern of behavior. Over time, your desired behavior will become a habit, making it more effortless and automatic. Those of you looking to add in a new energy, or a new habit, sorry, or to break a bad habit, sticker charts are useful. You can make these very easily. And remember, you only need 28 days really to make that difference start. So that's like a piece of paper, and you can do a really easy sticker chart or some other kind of reward system. But sticker charts are very effective for helping you stay motivated, right? Because the thing when you're making a change, right? Whether we're breaking a habit or we're starting a new one, some days we're like, oh, yay about this change. Like, I am all in and fucking excited. And then other days you're like, I don't even want to participate in this change in my life at this time. So the stickers help because, on those days you're like, well, I got to sticker it and I did the thing and I didn't quit at it, right? And for some of you, stickers are going to make a difference. And if you're trying to reprogram yourself for a healthier life. All right. I'm just go out. No, okay, cool. We've got Science of Bliss. As James Clear notes in his book, Atomic Habits, the difference a tiny improvement can make over time is astounding. Here's how the math works out. If you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. right? And when you really look at your life, understand that it's always baby steps that you build in. You know what I mean? Um, you're always building one step at a time. But when we look at trying to make a change, it looks like a leap, but you're not being asked to leap. You're just being asked to walk in a new direction. Um, so take that pressure off of trying to make a change in your life where you feel like you have to jump, right? It's really just walking. I've got habits and happiness. Our ability to change our past habits and develop healthier and happier habits can have enormous impact on our well-being as our desired behaviors, like going for a run after work or meditating in the morning, become automatic. Happiness flows with greater ease. And uh, and while this all sounds simple, the reality is that creating and breaking habits can be something we struggle to do. But research has shown a few simple strategies that can help us, right? For some of you, um, just aiming for the best you can do, right? Be very compassionate with yourself while you're trying to be your best self and while you're walking. Um, you're human. Humans stumble, humans fall. You know what I mean? Uh, that's just part of being human. All right, I've got firstly, it's essential to start small. As research shows, small changes are more effective to our daily routine than elaborate changes, right? Um, trying to do a big jump, right? Trying to do a very big jump and not planning any steps um, will self sabotage us sometimes. Another one is I realize I have like 25 toxic traits and I want to change all 25 at once. And it's like, watch trying to change too many things at once, right? It can be too much of a shock and cause you to fail. Uh, right around three. I would start with three. See how you do handling changing three things if you feel like you can handle changing multiple things at once. Otherwise, give the first month just trying to change one thing. Um, or, if you decide to do multiple, um, and you've never really done big, restructures in your life, have compassion. So, say you decided to try for changing three things. In all likelihood, if you've never really done this before, or if you've done this and you really struggle with it, you're more likely to like get through one, right? Get through one completely where you're like, yeah, I made that change. I own that change. And the rest you'll be like, I made a lot of progress. I wouldn't say that I beat that habit, but I made progress towards it. So then if you were to continue even using three and introducing a new, the next month, those two that you only made slight progress with, uh, you would finish completing breaking those habits. Welcome, loves, welcome. Oh, did Kaylee leave? I know, poor dearie. I missed the conversation. Alright. Secondly, consider how you could habit stack. Habit stacking involves using existing habits to create more positive ones. For instance, I drink coffee first thing in the morning and use this time to do my journal routine. Other examples might include walking on the treadmill while watching your favorite show or doing some push ups while running a bath. Um, trying to incorporate two positive habits at the same physical time. or building the new habit off of one that exists, right? I drink my coffee in the morning. Well, now I'm going to start journaling then too. It's real easy to transition. Thirdly, pay attention to your environmental cues. Research demonstrates that environmental cues are the triggers for our habits. Therefore, it's crucial to set up the right environment for yourself. So that might be putting the gym bag at the front door or replacing the wine in the fridge with a soft drink. These cues make it easier to interrupt your pattern loops and build new ones. Um, Others of you, you guys should have been receiving what's going to apply the best for you with environmental cues. For some of you guys are looking at subtracting things. Uh, you know, if you're getting a message like this individual triggers you, probably, supposed to be not associating with them. Uh, Whereas, someone that brings positivity in your light, you might be instructed to hang out with them again or more often. But some of you guys are definitely hearing about things you need to cut away. They're just not good for you. Negative energies that might try and pull you down. Uh, or it might be a habit you're trying to cut, and they have that habit. And some of you guys, you're looking at temporary cuts. Others of you, they're permanent, and you can kind of understand why at the end of it. Um, Sorry, I got really thirsty. Um, right, so yeah, we have removing things temporarily. For some of you, might be looking at maybe you gossip, right? And you don't want to gossip, but your best friend gossips all the time. And so it's like, well, while I work on not gossiping, um, I might not see them, right? Or I might not see them as much, right? I'm not going to talk to them every day. I'm going to talk to them every other day, or, you know, maybe a little less. For some of you, you're being instructed, if you can, like, you know, cold turkey it for a month. Not that you can't be friends with them later. You'll just be stronger and not participating in a toxic behavior you don't want to. Welcome, loves. Welcome. I've been good. How are you? I read the title. I can reread it at the end. All right, we've got exercise. Change your past habits. Changing unhealthful habits we've accumulated in the past requires awareness and repetition. For some of you, a habit change causes a bigger disconnect to somebody. Here's a useful exercise to start the process of choosing happier habits. Write down a habit you want to create or change. Be specific and start small. Um, you know what I mean? And then we've got write down the cue that will prompt the behavior. It's lunchtime, so it's time to go for a walk. So for this one, sorry, go through this exercise. In this example, this individual would be trying to add like walking into their life more. So they've decided, right around lunchtime is when I should go for that walk, right? So then to change the behavior, saying something like, it's lunchtime, so it's time to go for a walk, will help you remember to do that. Then we've got write down the reward you will give yourself. Listening to your favorite music or podcast being the example given, right? Maybe you let yourself start having cookies with lunch, or 2 cookies with lunch because you're walking now, right? I've got challenge yourself to complete your new habit every day for the next 7 days. Hello. Welcome, Liz. Welcome. Since I was 15. Alright, hold on. Is this the end of the exercises? Yeah. Alright, I want to put that one there. Alright, so that covers them exercises. Uh, the book, again, sorry, is called Choosing Joy, Easy Strategies to Find Your Bliss, and it is by Sarah Gregg. Those of you interested in the book, but you know finances are kind of tight. I don't know. I can't remember the name of that book. There are secondhand bookstores online that you can find books for like 25 cents. Um, so maybe checking on one of those. All right, this is gonna go with this. All right. Before we get into the astrology and then move into the reading, I am gonna end us with a joke. Okay. Why can't a scarecrow be a comedian? Its jokes are too corny. I'm gonna do another one. What is the plumber's favorite vegetable? A leek. You get it? Alright. What do you get when you combine a pig and a cow? A hamburger. Right? Oh, that's not cute. Alright. What do you call a bunny who studies philosophy? Existential. You get it? Alright. I hope y'all enjoy those. Dude, wrong page, man. The spiritual advice, not trade advice. Alright. Okay. We're gonna get ready to look at the astrology for next week, just so you guys can be aware of, things that are going on and energies to expect. Before I start this one, just in case I haven't, this is this one. I gotta see if they have next year's as my birthday present to me, because it just makes my life easier. Right. But this is the one in here. If you're interested in it, you do not have to be advanced in astrology. There's actually a lot of intro stuff. I can go over the planets with you. Yeah, the different signs are in here and stuff. It's very good if you don't know, so don't worry. Right. Well, I want to show the table. That one I do like. Where's that at? Oh, I went past that. There it went. There it went. Girl, where is you? There he is. Okay. It's got the reference chart with signs and stuff in it. But in the back, there's an index and goes through every planet for the whole year and where they'll be positioned at. So depending on how detailed you get with things. If you were somebody who does a lot with like birth charts, this is really nice to have on hand. Alright. Yeah, I wanted to look my Ziggy for a second and check any of these. Hey, Zig. Oh, those of you interested in donating or tithing, the church Cash App is in the description. It's the Snuggly Ducky one. My personal one is also listed. Yeah, my personal one is listed. There's Cash App and PayPal. Thank you for them likes, lovies. Right. A snuggly ducky. Yeah. You good, girl. I got you. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Wait till I get the shirts designed and ordered. Uh, I gotta work on my shop. I have so many things. Um, that might be something that has to wait till Virgo. Just because, I'm really trying to get through August with making sure all the shadow work each day is done and the 1 through 10s is done and the yogas and the meditations. Like, it's a real dedication to self what we're doing on the page. Um, so if you're interested in that, like I said, today's gonna be day 2. So, and day one's up. Day one is up. To give you the information. Alright, so I'm gonna switch to my Siggy real fast. And then we're gonna start reading this. And then we're gonna get into the reading now for the week ahead. I'm trying to decide if I want to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If I want to do like an in-depth week ahead for the collective, or just do one generalized message. Right. Alright. Let's get into this, my lovies. Alright, we've got week of August 3rd through the 9th. After... Alright. I should just wait like I want to. It makes it easier to hear. Alright. After a few astrologically intense weeks, the skies calmed down considerably, settling into a laid-back, upbeat mood that is perfect for the summer season, as long as you can just get past Wednesday. A rather explosive lunar T-square on hump day could see egos clashing, so it is best to stay out of the fray and practice de-escalation techniques. Remember, if you see, we can't control any other energy than ourselves, right? Cosmic energy is what it is. Others around us, their energy is what it is. All you can really ever do is control yourself. Um, and for some of you, that's all you're really going to be called to ask to do. Those of you that kind of do get asked to speak, you're going to handle it quite well. But it's because you can kind of stay calm and receive how to de escalate the situation. Um, so for some of you, you've got that coming up. Look, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Some of you, it's not on Wednesday. It's on Tuesday. Others of you, it's on Thursday, but Wednesday for the majority. Okay, so where do we go? Monday and Thursday are filled with confidence boosting vibes, helping you achieve your goals at work or life. These are excellent days to schedule a job interview, pitch a project, impress the boss, or go into business for yourself. If you are on a vacation, your desire for unbridled adventure could lead to once in a lifetime experiences. Alright. So, dare to be bold and spontaneous. Others of you, you may be at home and receive offers for opportunities like go out to dinner with me or you know some other activity. Be open to saying yes. A lunar grand trine with Venus, Pluto, and Uranus could drop a soulmate at your feet on Friday. Ooh, You're looking for love. So singles should get out and search for love. As for couples, this incredibly auspicious energy will help rekindle the fire of romance and bring you closer to your sweetie. Weekend outlook. Well, I'm gonna give it a second in case somebody's writing some of the stuff down. Hello, loves. Hello. What did angels do? Oh, others were speaking badly. That's her job. That's why she's in blue. She's team blue. She take the shit out you. Right, I'm gonna get you a blue shirt. Flex. Alright, let's look at this weekend outlook. 23 meditations for someone are gonna be like brought up. You might have received messages back in 23 and you didn't meditate at that time. Um, but expect a download to get you through like some basic information from the collective. So you guys might be able to get to 24 too. Others of you, I mean, just get through 23 and you'll get where you need to go when you go there. Weekend outlook. Saturday's buoyant, productive energy makes it a great day for tackling chores or socializing. Or why not do a bit of both? Some of you guys can find hands that are willing to help you that day. You know what I mean? Sunday is another story, however, due to a grumpy, manipulative lunar T-square that pulls in Mars, Venus, and Neptune. Ooh. Who's going to be unsure of what energy is that day? Right. Confusion, anybody? Others of you may be seeing things with either... You either got rosy glasses, some of you guys might be looking at it with pissed off glasses. Even though you feel revved up for action, passive aggressive responses from others could push you over the edge into anger. Especially if you're somebody who prefers directness. Well, the day is much more positive for self-improvement. Those of you that struggle with it, try and look at a challenge day where it's like, I'm just gonna do my best, the best I can, not to react that day. The day is much more positive for self-improvement. Once Mercury moves into Leo in the early afternoon, spend your time revamping your wardrobe or trying out new hair and makeup styles. Welcome, lovers. I know, right? All right, tips for a 5-star week. Don't waste your energy getting into a battle of wills with those at the same or a lower level of the hierarchy. Instead, use your self-confidence to impress higher-ups and move into their ranks. Right? Don't get pulled into any drama. Like, keep your cool. Because, just staying out of it. Right? I'll move that pen. You guys ready for the week reading? Or maybe I'll go through the zodiacs energy for the week ahead for each one. Right. I do. We'll do that one. Sorry, I'm stretching my arms. You should be here for the healing and the light, not trying to disturb those that are. Would you go into a church building in the physical and start yelling the shit you're trying to type on the page? Right? Would you do that? Did your mama raise you that way? Or would she be disappointed in your actions? Like, really get a perspective. Alright. So we're gonna go through this. Oh, those of you, don't let me forget communion, right? Family, love, blessings, healing. Those of you that don't understand what communion is actually about, looking into that, right? How it's actually to help the community receive blessings and such, as well as you know, a community act of worship. Sorry, I am so congested. I am going through fluids like nobody's business. Welcome, loves. What's your question, Gary? Or sorry, wrong one. Damn. Yeah. I'm feeling better than I was, but I'm still like, I don't know if you can tell. If you see my face, like my eyes are, oh, I just like almost gouged my eye. My face is on a different level. It's so poofy. Oh my goodness. I can't breathe if I do that. I think I might break down. I don't know. I think about getting decongestants. I usually don't, but I'm pretty mucusy, man. Pretty mucusy. I'm on, baby. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Alright. I'm gonna do it that way. I think I'm gonna go with this deck. But I don't go with the tiny one. Tiny. Hello, lovelies. I can't put on the leg, sorry. I had to position myself appropriately. Let's go into Aries. Alright, what do we got for Aries this week? What do you need to be aware of? Oh, there's some kind of healing for Aries this week. Big healing vibes. Some of you, this is an emotional healing. Others of you, you're looking at some kind of physical healing taking place. I've got King of Cups. Ooh, yeah. Emotional healing for Aries. Others of you could be looking at X showing up for reconciliation this week. Seven of Wands, yeah, I was going to say, some of you guys, the guidance I'm getting is, pray whether you should take them back or not. This is a big collective. Some of you it's a yes, some of you it's a no. Yeah, some of you guys are not receptive of this King of Cups very well. King of Swords, Nine of Cups, and Ten of Swords with the Lover. Someone saying, you were their happiness and they wish they could create something new with you and stuff like that. Others of you, this energy, you're not excited about seeing them because they fucking betrayed you. Right? Others of you, it was just the way that they spoke to you. Others of you have someone who would like try and strain a lot of commitment and it's like not supposed to per se. Right? You do you. Somebody made fun of you in your dreams and it's like, don't let that ass out around you. Yeah, High Priestess. You're on a level up right now. Right? So just keep with that. Why would you want to bring Debbie Downer back in the boat? Right? Like, don't. Don't let them in the boat. No passage for you. No passage for you. Oh, hold on. I did want to pull one of these for you just in case you need any awareness of Any chakra energy or any other energies? I didn't want to bring this one into it. My bad. I've got questions. Yeah, you want self-exploration. You know, or you're just headed in a new direction, right? And it's like this energy can't go with you, right? You're staying guided. For some of you, this person was like, grass greener on the other side. I'm gonna go run over there, and it's like, this is the kind of energy that every time they think the grass is greener, they go and run in, right? You don't want to sign up for that shit. Yeah, release. You don't want to sign up for that shit. The one card looked like Peter Pan. Actually, that one is. You're very obsessed with that, aren't you? Are you not the one that brought that up last night? Alright, what do we got for Taurus there? Welcome, loves. Alright, what do we got for Taurus? The Hermit. Reflection time for Taurus. I've got you pulling in for some guidance here. What are we pulling in for? Or why do we feel like we need solitude? Some of you guys are just burnt out and tired. You might have been running a lot, and it's like you just need a recharge day. Like just like a lay in the bed. Like have the snacks ready before you even get in the bed, Taurus. Like I mean, really treat yourself. Right? Right, really treat yourself. Oh, 3 of Swords. Some of you guys are reflecting. You thinking about breaking up with somebody, or you going through a breakup, and it puts you in this like, you know, reflective phase. I don't really want to be around others. You know, you're sad, and it makes sense. I'm praying for your healing. 10 of Pentacles, yeah. Others of you, this Hermit's really just about like I said, I gotta treat myself, right? I need to take care of myself. I'm tired. I'm burning out. You know, I'm like pulled back from family. You're like, I'm just, you know what I mean? If it's not my favorite movie, food, you know, I really just, please don't even try and talk to me. Like, I just, you're so burnt out. I be pulling back from everybody. Others of you, I mean, you're thinking about leaving something because something else looks better to you. Yeah, 10 of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, and 3 of Cups with the Devil. Yeah. Others of you, I mean, this energy may not have been as committed to you as you want to think it was. And so that's why it's ending. And for some of you, it's not like they were cheating on somebody else. The other energies they were more committed to was like their besties. You know what I mean? So it kind of just depends. Yeah. Somebody's reflecting on what's best for them right now. To continue or not continue. Others of you, that's the energy you're going to be entertaining in the week ahead. And remember, this is a general collective. So, I mean, if it doesn't apply, it doesn't apply. You might resonate with a different sign more, or you might not have, you know, an out loud message for you this week. Or any messages. Sometimes you guys get blocked. Especially if you try to be abusive or something. Cheesecake is delicious. Alright, Gemini. I have 2 of them right now. Yeah, but yeah, I got mods. What? I decided to appoint some individuals. Skipping it. Welcome, loves, welcome. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Oh, what is your decision? For some of you, you're getting guided to really pull back and look at this from a new view. For some of you, this has to do with a higher perspective. Others of you, this has to do with like long term. For some of you, some looks real good right now, but it's like, dude, long term. Long term, this is not going to be what you want. You just think it is. Yeah. Good for you, Gemini. You get the message, and you walk away. You're like, it's not gonna be what I need it to be long term. Some of you guys looking at a breakup this week. They false promises cause them fears, or changed minds on a commitment and a priestess. Because you walking away, Eight of Cups. Just keep your armor on. Nobody can just hurt you. Right? They can just hurt you. But you know how important that armor is, so you know. Part of life, yeah. You probably don't every day. Alright, Cancer. Welcome, lovely. Welcome. Hello. Ooh, the devil and Ace of Swords. What are you seeing the truth of, Cancer? For some of you, there's an energy around you that's been lying. You're going to finally be able to accept the truth of that, or hear the truth instead of the lies. Some of you guys seeing somebody exactly what they are. If this is you and you kind of like recognizing truth of self, like, dang, maybe I did fall down. I got you getting ready to get up though, like, and start trying to be a good person. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to address this behavior. I didn't realize I had gone toxic. Expect to hear the truth. For some of you, you're looking at physical proof showing up. Others of you, this is an individual where it's just like, you can't trust what they have to say. For some of you, this is your child. And you're going to have to address a lie with them next week. Like they straight lied to your ass. Right? And you might have a feeling. And the situation that's coming up is like, your kid was like, I'm going to go down to Johnny's house. Right? You're like, all right, yeah, go to Johnny's house. Johnny's house is like 3 doors down. You're like, yeah, fuck it, go to Johnny's. Tell his mama said hi. And your kid goes 3 blocks over to Steven's house. And they come back and they look straight at you and they're like, Timmy's house was amazing. Yeah, mom said hi and everything. Right? And they lie. And you end up running into Timmy's mom or something and she's like, they weren't at my house. Or you see Stevens and it was like, oh, it's so nice having your kid over. And you're like, wait, what the fuck you talk about? Right? You get the proof. They straight lied to you about something. Yet they cuss. Yeah, that was the mom thing, not a pentacles. For some of you, there's energy straight lied about, being with friends or something. Others of you, I got part of this Cancer collective addressing, just somebody they're interested in. There's some type of toxicity within them's been addressed. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I've got some of my cancers. I'll have to go talk to somebody. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. Uh, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, death. There was a rebirth in you. Like, you really did face these. That's what I'm saying. I've got lots of cancers coming through, but you addressed the lack. Alright. You got pumpkin seeds? Oh, how full of you. Like, I want some. Sorry, my nose is so itchy. I don't know. Maybe I'm having an allergy flare up. I'll just see if something's in bloom around here. Oh my goodness. They dead? Thank you for blocking those. I appreciate you so much. I love you. Seriously, like, we're having church. What the heck? It's bad enough how the other ones when they do that, but seriously, it's church. This week has been horrible for demons. Like, WTF, you know what I mean? They're coming out of the woodwork, left and right. Coming for the lights, you know what I mean? They just call me a fox. Or a wolf. I'm a savage. I have a wolf hat and I kind of want to put it on. I'm not even lying. I will wear it to church one of these. It's just kind of a hot day. And it like traps in the heat. It's really nice little winter. Limp City, is that where you're from? The full moon energy? I feel it. I feel it. Alright, let's get to Leo. What is Leo looking at this way? Alright, this is what? August 3rd. There was that the 9th or something I was going to. A good with me. Yeah. 3rd through the 9th, man. Leo, you got decisions to make about the reality of the situation. Oh yeah, there's some kind of reality that you know, I have you making plans, but like, I have you dealing with it. You have to receive some kind of information. Not a swords, yeah, some kind of communication comes through and it's like, yeah, you gotta make plans. Something's rocking up the world around you. For some of you, you know, this may be a love offer. Others of you, you know, and I'm sorry, Leo, some of you guys looking at like eviction notices, some kind of shut off. Yeah, 7 of Wands, 4 of Wands, and Queen of Cups. Page of Cups. Things end up getting solved, honey. But until they do, you are in an emotional state on how to defend your home in some way or the peace and happiness that you've established in it. Others of you, you know, you might be chasing off your kids' friends because you realize this one causes the problems around here. Right, I've got somebody who's been trying to figure this out. Like, which one causes the issues? Which one comes up with all the bad ideas around here? And you figure it out. Welcome, Love Ace. Hello. No, I do not have an extra heart. That's on you, yo. You can email me at BarefootBalancedMama if you're interested in a personal reading. Welcome, lovers. Alright, let's look at Virgo. What does Virgo got going on this week? Oh yeah, the email is in the description too. Thank you, Kindred. Ace of Pentacles, you have some new opportunity. A lot of you guys looking at this being in career, affecting finances. For some of you, you're looking at a new career altogether. Some of you guys looking at a promotion, increase in pay. Others of you, I have you hearing about like some side gig some side gig that you can bring extra income in with. But a lot of you guys, I have an offer for some type of job, career, finances. So you guys are looking at love. King of Pentacles. If it is in love, it's a long-term offer. Others of you, this has to do with you and careers. You might be switching careers where you can establish yourself in a different way or establish yourself in a better way. It does have long-term promise though. So go for you. Welcome, loves. Tips appreciated. Donations appreciated. Currently, like, big church purchase I'm trying to save up for is like an RV or camper or something like that. So I can kind of go abroad and do a missionary work. You know what I mean? Alright, we're gonna go to Libra. What's up with the app? What do you mean with the app? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day, wonderful weekend. Again, I'm not picking my noses. I have the itchies. Here's Mom. I'm gonna grab my other lemonade real fast. And every time I hit my skull while we're at it. We are pretty far in noodles. Alright, let's move that one to over there. As I was talking about earlier, I will be continuing the 8. I will be continuing the Leo 28 day after church today. So we'll be getting into 2s. And I'd love to have you there, especially if you're trying to get more into that shadow work. Very good. This one's new, and so I'm like trying to learn how to like hit it without like causing myself to like cough on it, right? I'm not in Kentucky. I know a lot do, but yeah, I drink out of jars in Ohio. You know, I think I did too much. I'm like, oh no. Oh shit. I got to relight. I was just trying to clear it. This is working out wonderful. Right. I am enjoying our time together, though. That's what it is. I keeps going to clear, and I'm like relighting up, man. I'm just telling you where I'm from. Apparently, you don't handle being wrong very well. Wasn't such a good song. Alright, we're gonna put this skull down. Oh, it's still like. Did you grab that light, my skull? We'll see what that does in a second. I might have to hit that again to clear it out. I smoke marijuana and cigarettes. You're in Indiana? Hey, you right next to the Kentucky, Ohio shit. True, true. True, true. Oh, yeah, that's not very insane. Troy, Ohio. You been there or something? Welcome, loves. I am currently 36. Alright, I'm gonna hit this call again. We are gonna be doing yoga after this too, so if you want to do the yoga, you can. Otherwise, like, you need to do, like, it's all burned up. There's my limit. My birthday is soon. I am not sad. I'm actually very happy. Good night. That's really not bad for you. Being judgmental is bad for you. Feel like you need to tell people shit for no fucking reason. That's bad for you. You know, talk about toxic behaviors. Open your mouth for no fucking reason is definitely one of them. Maybe you could make learning to shut the fuck up part of your 28-day challenge. I'm just gonna write back the bully out. Okay? I love good dread. Oh, but like, we just block sub ham. Like, we're just done with that. Like, literally, we just had this conversation on how, like, you do shut the fuck up, but then you said something again. Are you alone a lot in life? Do people wish to be left alone from you a lot in life? Could you see a pattern here? Like, you don't know how to respect people's wishes. Apparently, you struggle with boundaries. I'm down with my nuggie. And down with my nuggie. Wait, is that pretty full though? You know, it might be okay to just hit it from here. We'll just start with this. Look at that. It's like having a mirror. Huh? Which one? They are good today. I'm gonna put this aside because it's moving away. I am going back to the readings. Where is the booster? Who else what? Thank you for them likes, everybody, by the way. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, and those of you who subscribe, when I checked this morning, we were at like 1,056 subscribers. So thank you guys so much. I love being back on here, helping you guys, you know, kicking it with you guys. I missed you guys, so. Yeah, for blessings. Those of you that share the page, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. Let's get into, I do make my own bracelets. Once I can start making money off of YouTube, which should be soon if I get my hours up, then I can go back to trying to have my apothecary, or well, to having my apothecary. But I'm going to set it up different. Last time I sold on Etsy, I didn't like working with them as much. I think it was Shopify I was looking at working with this time or something like that. But I am going to have a shop up. Libra, I've got you in Four of Swords. You guys either in a state of meditation or prayer. Very reflective about something. Yeah, someone's confused or overwhelmed. And trying to figure out what's best to do. And you do the right thing, Libra. You know, you pray. You pray, you meditate. I will pray for you too, whatever you're going through that causes you to go into that emotional state or have that type of confusion. That you're able to receive clarity as quickly as possible. King of Wands, Three of Swords. Yeah, for some of you this is about a lover and whether they are good for you or not. And that can be overwhelming. Others of you, I had like medical news. But some of you, yeah. Page of Cups, Justice, Two of Swords, and Seven of Swords with Eight of Cups. I got you guys leaving this. Now, whether you decide to tell King of Wands, right? Yeah, you're doing. Whether you decide to tell King of Wands, that you're leaving or not, that's different. But you make up your mind. I'm out of this shit. It is no good for me. This shit is toxic. That's no good. You know, and those of you looking for solutions, right, on what to do, you will receive those. I got code for somebody. Somebody's sending out some type of code or using some type of code. Some of you guys, beware storing things on your phone. This individual has actually like put some kind of traceware on it. I get why you want to leave senior psycho pants. Okay. Good luck to you, Libra. Alright. And Lola, so half of you guys are like little Snow Whites out there, where it's like honestly animal allies. Like I'm saying, if you run away to the woods, the animals got you. They ain't gonna eat you, boo. Run. Welcome, loves. It's delicious. Alright, let's look at Scorpio. What do we got for Scorpio? Welcome, loves, welcome. Thank you for them likes. Again, thank you for any tips or donations. Alright, what's for Scorpio? Six of Pentacles. Investing in something or something investing in you. Some of you guys are looking at maybe going on a date. Others of you have got time with your child on the horizon. And some of you guys might be looking at like agreeing to a contract with a new business or maybe a interview that goes really good in your future here. Strength. Whatever it does, it brings some kind of strength to your life. For some of you guys, I've got strengthening in a relationship because of time spent. Others of you, you feel strong in yourself and capable because of the job that you end up getting. You know, for some of you guys, having the courage to pursue is getting brought up. Queen of Wands, yeah. Some of you guys, this is another individual. Others of you, you know, this is just you feeling very passionate and capable in what you can create. So you guys maybe feeling a little sexier. Right? Getting a new job will do that. Yeah, Emperor, getting a new job will do that. You're like, yeah. Look at me in my worth. Look at me in my sexy, worthy ass. Bringing home new bacon. Well, bam. Welcome, loves, welcome. We're getting to Saturday. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles for Saturday. What kind of offer you got? Someone might ask to move you up in the company. So you guys are getting presented with an opportunity to move up. Others of you might be looking at a pay increase. But I got somebody where your hard work is paying off. A lot of you guys looking at moving up in the ladder. Not three. I got 3 of swords coming through, you guys. Look at this betrayal that's going to be happening. I got 7 of wands and none of cups. Listen, not everybody around you is happy that you get the promotion, right? Or the raise. Not everybody's happy. So just expect, you know, some individuals to be like, bah, 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 you know, bitching, barking. But don't let it ruin your parade. You know, you earned this. Like I said, your hard work made you stand out, dude. Um, so don't let them take away that energy of like you earned a major accomplishment. Did I? I give you a glass of lemonade? I would. I mean, I would. Capricorn. By your rocks. The Empress with Capricorn. Right. 10 of wands. Someone is, can see you clearly, Capricorn. You know what I mean? Others of you, you can see yourself clearly. Like you've grown, you've matured, you've done something. You may not have been able to see that before, but you can now this week. Others of you, there's confusion about some kind of obstacle or ending. And I'm going to pull into that one more for you guys. Oh, shit. The 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, and the Devil with the World. Why is someone trying to come after your new happiness? I ain't got good energy about them. I really just don't. They're not like an emperor. They claim to be an emperor. They claim to be grown. Really, I got like control freak, demanding energy. You know what I mean? I don't know how you should pursue it. Queen of Wands. 4 of Wands. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, Ace of Cups stuff. So you guys are kind of like in the middle of a growth or a rebirth, and it's like there's something better like right around the corner. Please do not take yourself away from what you're actually trying to attract by allowing an ex that sees you doing good to be like, hey, I wish I give this another try. Don't. Yeah, the Tower. It's not worth it. Alright, let's get to Aquarius. What's up for Aquarius this week? I know. I'm gonna get it. Alright, let's look at Aquarius this weekend. What should Aquarius be aware of? I've got 8 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. Some of you guys might be hearing back about multiple applications. Uh, Multiple people wanting to work with you, though. Oh my goodness. Others of you might have to deal with a group that doesn't have your best interest at heart, like some kind of attack. I got jealousy, a 5 of Swords. I got an attack for Aquarius. Again, somebody wants to start a fight with you, and it's because they're hella jealous. A lot of you guys, this is like a work enemy. And they just like want to shit on you. This time, King of Cups, and Ten of Cups. For some of you, this individual has a crush, and yes. For a lot of you, you're looking at same sex. They know it's unrequited love, and so they're just pissed off at you. You know what I mean? Others of you, you're just like all about you, glowing you, strong in you. You know what I mean? All energies of you, like very mastered, very gold, very glowy energy from you, Aquarius. And you know, they jealous. So you guys have anointings, and it's like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, and if they don't quit soon, it's a lot of ill will. Ill will. Bad karma coming at them. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. They shouldn't be trying to mess with somebody. So, it is what it is. It depends on the deck. Alright. We gotta do this. Alright, let's look at flashes. Thank you for the butterfly, Kendra. Thank you for bringing a lot of light and love to the page. I appreciate you. Alright, I've got 4 of Cups for Pisces. What's being offered you? For some of you, something's coming back around. For some of you, this is love. Others of you, this is a job. They may have gone with somebody else and it didn't pan out, and it was one that you really wanted. So meditate with that one if you feel like that's yours. But yeah, some kind of offer come back around. 8 of Pentacles, your hard work paying off. Whatever you've been doing is why you're being rewarded with this. For some of you, you know, you're going to hear about something that's better than what you've been looking at. Some of you guys, this is job applications and stuff. You know, it's like tomorrow you're going to go check online and there's going to be like a bomb-ass one there. You know what I mean? That really hits all of the bills for you. For some of you, I'm going to encourage you to look outside the job platform that you've been using. So, like, maybe you've been using Monster, but now go check Indeed or checking on Facebook. Others of you have, like, what are those? Temp agency thing. You can actually find permanent employment from a temp agency. But then you know someone hiring where it's like, you know, it matches the bill. 3 of Swords, yeah. I have you guys getting what you want and getting out of what you don't. Right? Your blessing causes an ending, but you know, that happens sometimes. But this is a happy ending. You're like, oh yeah. 9 of Wands, the Tower, and 4 of Swords with a lot of Cups, yeah. So you guys are kind of nervous about this dream come true. Whatever you're getting blessed with, you're like, okay, but can I handle it? Did I just make a mistake? Others, you know, it's like being new at school again, and I've got you with your little lunchbox, and you're like, you know, I'm nervous. Am I going to make any friends? Are they going to like me there? I don't want to be friendless. You know what I mean? Like, I just hope I make friends at the new place. You're so stinking cute, by the way, Pisces. Big hearts and love for you. But you will make friends at the new place, okay? It's not just like financially or energetically better, like less stressful. Like, you're gonna get a work crew. Don't worry. I'm not gonna lie. You guys will have, a good group that's like excited to get to know you. But you may have like one individual who, isn't exactly happy with you getting the job. And it'll very depend on each of you, but it gets worked out at the very beginning. So it won't be long that you and this energy kind of like aren't simpatico. Right? You and this energy are not simpatico. Alright. Now I'm going to move the box. We're done with the week ahead outlooks for you guys. I do want to pull a collective energy though with chakras. Just so we can see if there's any shadow work, any wounds, anything that you need to be aware of. To make your week better, or ones that are going to be brought up naturally on their own, that you can kind of have awareness of. I've got creation. I have you guys in big creation phases. Others of you hearing about different forms of creation, how to co-create in a way. Others of you, you may be getting awareness of blocks that are up and why you aren't as creative as maybe you used to be. Confusion. Right. Are you guys getting past this though? Especially about like, big in the big world. Like, who am I in this world? Who am I in this universe? What am I here to help do at this point in time in my life? You know what I mean? What's my next calling? Service. Yeah, you guys are going to be finding out about your next calling. I've got answers. I have you guys knowing, what you're going to be doing. Others of you, some of you guys are going to be helping someone with their end of life wishes. And I'll have to see if I have the one that I did with my father. There's a lot online where you can look up, but it goes through like questions to go with the individual scenarios and stuff and how they would want things to go, as well as wishes for like certain possessions, other things like that. So that way, in case they don't get through everything, that could be considered end of life, which some of these can be seen as living wills, by the way. It depends on which one you get. But anyways, there's knowing. Somebody finds out they're terminally ill. And so, you kind of clearly know going into the battle what this individual wants, and why, right? Not everybody wants a lot of treatment and medicines and stuff. I've got completion. For some of you, my condolences. There is a, death you're going to be dealing with. Others of you, there's just a phase you've completed in life, and you are going to be receiving a new purpose. So everybody's helping groups. Welcome, lovers. Welcome. Alright, so I guess let's do those for the collective. I'm going to pull angel number now. Do I? Actually, I got to pull them from the white deck and see if there's any other energies you guys need to be aware of. It might be in a second. Welcome, babies. Welcome. I've got truth giving, receiving revealed. Expect to hear that here soon. What you guys within this week? I've got crown chakra. This could be spiritual communications. You may not be looking at somebody in the physical that you're receiving a truth from. For some of you guys, you're looking at spiritual truths. Others of you have got lots of downloads, lots of breakthroughs. I've got you guys very thinky. Very, very thinky. Judas around or near. For some of you guys that have been battling confusion, whatever they're doing is getting blocked, and you'll be receiving the truth in those messages now. That doesn't apply to everybody. Others of you, you're going to be finding out about somebody around you who doesn't have good intentions. I've got Libra, childhood trauma wounds, and spiritual authority with spiritual discernment. For some of you, it's a repeat wound, or a wound is why you were susceptible and more easily manipulated. Chakra overstimulated. For some of you, this is an attack you've been under before as a child. Ooh, I'm going to unblock my leggies for a second. Let's skip those out as well. Well, moving in the next direction. Alright, I'm going to put these away. We've got review relationships, throat chakra, and external conflict. Some kind of truth does lead to a fight for some of you. Don't be upset with yourself for feeling your feelings, you know what I mean? Allow yourself to feel them. For some of you guys, if you can, take time to journal them out. You know what I mean? Right. There's some of you, this conversation should not turn into a fight, but it does. And it's kind of like a reflection and a breakup where it's like better for it to be broken up than stay together. You know, you're breaking in ways you may not understand by holding on to this relationship. And this is not always, this is not for everybody a love relationship. I've got 1441 unique skills. Life goals, mission, sense of self, honesty, important projects. It's that time of intense self-development. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is of priority right now. You guys are kind of getting, like I said, a lot of the collectives we're looking at this week, you know, level ups. A lot of you guys have completed phases and things like that, and it's like, you know, new you, new purpose, new life, next chapter. 0707, compromise. Self-awareness, forgiveness, professionalism, empathy, tenacity, and freedom. Let go of what no longer serves you. Stop holding on to grudges, express your emotions, and aim towards a compromise. Where there's a lack of understanding, it's best to just move on. The truth will set you free. For some of you, know it's the truth of someone around you that frees you from someone that you love. That maybe doesn't deserve your love. Because that happens. $9.99 release. Balance, finances, success, wealth. Cycles, what goes around comes around. Your current circumstances are ending, so you might take advantage of better ones. If you are experiencing a significant change or conclusion, viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters may be helpful. How can you make room for something new to emerge? Especially if you can clear yourself of like mindsets where you think you have limiting capabilities at something that you actually don't. Someone may have told you before you're like not smart enough to do this, not strong enough to do this. I mean, this can go on, but you know, you believed into it, and so now you think you really can't do a job that you actually would be really good at, right? About that. Alright, we've got 333 support, growth, creativity, joy, community, vision, talents. Seeing the angel number 333 is a sign that it's time to focus inward. Work on your skills, discover your talents, and use your imagination. Unleash your inner artist. Doing so will boost your self-esteem and sense of competence. It does wonders for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community. 333, yo. What happened? Kindred's on a rampage, apparently. I'm like looking down, and Lady Blue's like, who's next? Let's go. Right, got him. Got him, little tiger. Alright, let's put this one away. And then I am going to pull you guys your affirmations. Right? Let's get some affirmations. I know. It is ridiculous. Freaking beans, man. The ends of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. I breathe in love and breathe out peace. I breathe in love and breathe out peace. I breathe in love and breathe out peace. I recommend saying these 3 times at least to help those affirmations really hit you. If you need more than that, then, you know, say more than that. Others of you, I invite you to do a meditation where you say that during hand and see what comes up with it. I send love to each part of my body without exception. I send love to each part of my body without exception. I send love to each part of my body without exception. I have a big heart, and that's a wonderful thing. I have a big heart, and that's a wonderful thing. I have a big heart, and that's a wonderful thing. For some of you guys, I had to kind of like reconnect to your heart for this time in a little while. Others of you, I've got you on this level where it's like your heart's grown. It's like the Grinch was coming up, and it was like, you know, you're allowing yourself to receive love again and give love again. And you're feeling your heart that love, and so your heart's getting that healthy energy, and it's growing from it. So if like you're at the beginning, keep with it, because there is a point where you will feel your heart like kind of grow again. But congratulations on you guys who are having that huge growth. You know what I mean? Alright, we've got through silence and stillness, I find inner peace. Through silence and stillness, I find inner peace. Through silence and stillness, I find inner peace. And it's not really showing up. I try my best for you, loves. Deep within me is an infinite source of peace. Deep within me is an infinite source of peace. Perspectives that need to shift, man. Oh, y'all know? No. Can't see me now. I know I sound like Cena. Alright. I'm always protected and divinely guided. I am always protected and divinely guided. I am always protected and divinely guided. Alright, I am going to grab you guys some stones for this week. You know, or these energies that you're dealing with. For some of you guys, we're talking about things that you know. It's just timing, but you're going to be dealing with it a little bit longer than a week. I've got water, emotional, intuition, psychic powers, and healing. For someone here, healing baths, especially with candles lit, salts put in there, Epsom salt, Himalayan salt, um, essential oils, even adding some flowers and things of that nature. Like a very healing, ritualistic bath that brings you a lot of light, love, and healing in it. Others of you getting out into water. Some of you, your water consumption needs to increase this week. Or while you're dealing with what you're dealing with. I've got blue topaz, finding a spiritual ally. Higher wisdom, abundance, and forgiveness. Some of you guys needing a new guide this week. An old familiar one returns. Alright, so you guys might be looking at your grandpa stopping by, being like, hey, blue lays the gate, kindness, good communication, peaceful outcomes, love, and marriage. Good energy, good contracts, right? Good communications. Turquoise. Leadership qualities, clear communication, prosperity, and success. For some of you, having water nearby is going to help you when you go to have a conversation, just because when you get nervous, your mouth dries out. And so it's going to make you harder for you to get through the conversation. You guys just might actually have to stop if not. Possibly. Don't call on me for like music trivia. I'm not very good with it. I can sing you the lyrics of the song, but I can't remember who wrote it or what the title of it is. Matangi, she is the tantric queen of outcasts, unveiling the hidden inner power to thrive outside conventional society. If you have been denied love and respect, she brings healing and empowerment. If you have suffered rejection, abandonment, or been labeled as unworthy in any way, she brings dignity and repair. She clears the way for a creative, joyful, and vibrant life path. What do we have to lose so we can gain? Right? For some of you, these may be people around us. Others of us, these are those limiting perceptions where it's like, this keeps me stuck. It doesn't help me build. You know what I mean? It limits me. On the bottom, we got Artha Akali. You are forging your authentic path. In support of that, you shall attract great blessings that will benefit all beings. To live a spiritually and creatively self-directed life takes incredible strength and trust in yourself. Remember that the promise of your sacred success is being fulfilled through every challenge and every blessing. Trust in what you were born to accomplish. That blew up. Alright. Oh, shoot. Let me put this one up in here. And then these ones are going to go here. I am going to pull a couple prayer cards before we get into the yoga ones. We will be moving into the living room for yoga like usual. I am going to take a 5-minute potty break before we do that though. Not just for me, but so like in case anybody else has to go to the bathroom before we start. We have been at church for like 2 hours, so I mean, somebody have to go in the bathroom. Does not surprise me. So, I'll get the stand ready. And we can take a bathroom break, y'all. Don't that sound fun? Woohoo! Welcome, loves. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can email me. Today I've got church and other work booked. Yeah, I do so many games. Live God, God, please heal my heart. Please remove the negativity, pain, and sorrow. Please fill me with your light and love where darkness is. Amen and Asante. Can you see this one? I'll hold it up just in case. I think it is backwards. I've got God. Please show me how to better control myself and what I'm able to do in life. Alright. God, please release me from toxic karmic ties. Show me any further awareness or repentance I need to move forward. Amen and Asante. Oh, we're gonna skip this. For you lovers. Welcome, 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 everyone. I hope you are feeling blessed. I hope you are feeling grateful. I hope you are feeling wonderful in life. God, thank you for my life and those I love. Amen and Asante. Sorry, I was trying to figure something out. Alright. God, please help me be more compassionate. Show me times I was not so I can learn and do better. Amen and Asante. And then we have God, please remind me to pray and to pray for those I love. Some of you guys may be setting reminders on your phone or something. If you're getting new into like a spiritual practice, that includes prayer. Right? Certain times a day, building those good habits. Others give you a sentence like, you know, I'm going to eat lunch and I'm going to pray. Right? A note in your lunchbox, don't forget to. You know, for some of you, just incorporating it once a day, and then you can adjust it and fine tune it to the timing that you prefer. But just to start incorporating in the first place, something like putting a note in your lunchbox, don't forget to pray. Those of you where you're looking at somebody that you love and wanting them to maybe do better, we'll look at encouragement. And honestly, hon, as long as they're, you know, open and willing to receive the message, they're not going to be mad. You know, if it's your parents or something and you put a little love note in their lunchbox that says, you know, don't forget to pray, I love you. They're not going to be mad at you for that. God, please help me to know you and your purpose for me, my purpose. Thank you. Amen. Amen. Okay. God, please forgive me for times when my ego was in control and not higher self. Show me and how to grow. And then just being open to those. Especially with, you know, the universal work we've been doing, so many individuals have already kind of cleared that. And, just praying that will give you the awareness. Like, you learned from something. Um, you aren't on that level anymore. Things like that. Like, there's a maturity in the collective. God, please help me heal the family wounds or generational curses. Show me what to do. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You guys have grown so much. For some of you, you wanted this to be last year or maybe even years before now. But a lot of you guys decided to take yourself seriously and your shadow work seriously. And it's like because of that, you're at the point now where you can help someone in your family. Uh, and those of you that are kind of almost there, I really do encourage you to do that 1 month. Like I said, we'll be doing those readings, and it's really just a big cleanse of the soul and energies where it's like pulling out that shadow work and finishing through it. So I would encourage that. On the bottom, we've got God, fill me with your light. Shine a light on any darkness or negativity I need to release. Amen and Asante. Okie dokie. I am going to get these ones put away. We are going to pull the yoga poses. Actually, I might do that after our little potty break. Right? Everybody want poultry break. Those of you, I'm going to encourage you to drink water. If you didn't participate in yoga yesterday, then you didn't hear my little spiel. Yoga moves energies, and water helps move those energies even more. It helps purify the system more. Others of you just doing yoga, you do use energy, and so you can become dehydrated. So I would encourage to go drink some water, and possibly use the bathroom. If you guys have awareness of anything that's kind of extra achy, maybe getting pre-stretches in, right, before we do the collective moves. So that could include, neck rolls if you have a stiffer neck, arm stretches, calf stretches. Oh, hey, Kaylee, baby. Welcome back, honey. We're getting ready to start yoga. All right, guys. That being said, I will be pulling from this one. This one also does have affirmations I will read before we go over. But yeah, let's go ahead and take that little 5-minute powwow, yo. All right. I will be right back. All right. Whatever that is. Okay. How you doing, babinos? I got the stand up, so that's all ready for yoga. We're at 5 minutes. We're not quite at 5 minutes. I'm gonna give it, I think it's 2 more minutes, and then we'll start yoga. I do want to start or light an incense for in there though, so I'm gonna do that. Welcome, love is welcome. All right, what are we feeling? Alita's belly incense. Do we want frankincense or sandalwood for yoga? Frankincense and sandalwood right now. I know, I gotta get more from Dollar Tree. Again, any of you guys that like donate, that goes helps buy stuff for church, like incense. Right? All that kind of stuff. I missed the tarot part. Yeah. We did each sign for the week ahead outlook. Yep, we're gonna do this one. Where are we at? Yeah, we're about to start again. Alright, guys, it's been 5 minutes, so we're gonna pull our poses. Wait, hold on. Frankincense. Alright, well, that's the only one we heard about, so we're gonna go frankincense. I got 2 votes for frankincense. And we're gonna call it. We're out the purple one. And frankincense. Alright. So I'm gonna get this lit and put it in the holder in there. Then we're gonna pull the poses. Just so that I can start getting the sun's going and the energy's going in the other room. I'll be right back, lovies. Alright, guys, let's see what we're gonna be getting. Should be right around 5 poses. My chair keeps like going back every time I go forward. We got this. You see that roll back, bro? Like, I'm like, why would you go forward? And purple does roll. It is an amazing color. Okay, this is not what I'm doing that. Let's get the makeup right on. Alright, I'm gonna put you over her for now. Let's see what poses and affirmations are going to have me connected the most. Hello, loves. Oh, really? You're waiting for my wipeout? I mean, it is me, so I see this coming too at some point in time. There's been so many almost. You know what I mean? Like, me looking behind me. Where is my friggin' chair? Oh, I'm booty. Alright, I take mindful moments each day to check in with myself. I offer tenderness and compassion to my nervous system. I don't know if you guys can read those or not. I hope so. If you are trying to get the meditations and you're unable to read them, I encourage that. What is it? Subtitles? Those should help. I honor the layers of my diverse and unique lived experience. You were swimming. Is the pool cool? Little Mermaids. I remind myself often that rest is a radical practice. I don't have to earn my rest. I am innately whole. I draw strength from my resilience. Right. Someone needs to take pleasure in how strong they are. Welcome, loves, welcome. Those of you that are struggling to eat right now, I pray that you feel full. Um, I pray that you find food if you need food. If that's the case, please reach out to me and I will try and get you in touch with resources. I am creating space for joy. This is like real blurry. Sometimes it'll like autocorrect real fast and it's like, oh, we can clearly see. And then other times it's like, well, we were almost gonna see, guys. We were almost gonna see. I deserve to rest. And then we've got what happens to me was not my fault. On the end, we've got I honor my light. Alright, so we're going to be taking these poses to the next room. My roommate just pulled in. I think we're going to hold tight for a minute until they get like in and past. And then we'll do the yoga. So we're just going to kick it for a second. Ooh, plus we got to do our shot just in case. Yeah. Okay, that needs to go out. So we're going to hit the skull. We're going to do a shot and close out this portion of church just in case. I know a lot of people don't move on to the yoga, and if that's okay, and if that's what you choose, that's what you choose. You know, no pressure. But I hope you have a blessed week. I hope you are able to see some act of kindness, of and have some kind of divine connection of your own in this next week. So, you know, positivity, light, love, healing, just nothing but good intentions headed towards you for the next week. All right, I love you guys. I do this for a living, healing work and stuff. Healing work. What time is that? I might bring the candle in with us too while we do the yoga. I can move it because I might end us with a 5-minute meditation just to try and help bring anything home that we might have picked up on. That's one of them. Okay. One of my roommates walked by. The other one is on their way in now. So not too much longer until we make our way over to yoga. Oh, we did reads earlier. They're not in depth, so yeah, I guess each collective wasn't very long, but just little outlooks for the week for each collective. Okay, that was a hair. I'm like, is that a hair or something crawling on me? Alright, that is... Alright, I'll see if the timer was in here or in there. It's still in there, so we'll be good with that. Oh, cool. No attacker. She's just trying to like, oh. Alright. I've got a little water on my lip. I do believe that they're upstairs though, so we're gonna be moving on to the yoga. No, let's do a shot. Ready? So family. I love you guys so much. Totally doesn't. It's a family. I don't participate in dark magic. I would encourage you not to. Also, so much bad karma on that. Lead you to hell. So, like, just be careful playing with that dark stuff. Alright. This should be decent enough. There's a little smoky still. Our little friend. I think I named it Fred. I can't remember. I think this is Fred. Yeah, Freddie got me fucked up, right? Fucked up Friday. Cheers. Okay. Alright, let's put Freddie down. And then let's go do these yoga poses and meditations. I'm hoping I don't leave you guys in the moving process from one room to the next. Sometimes that shit happens. If I do, I'll be right back on and finish out our session. Okay, I'm unplug, and I'm gonna try and grab us and like not plug up everything. Okay, we're moving, and we're still here. Yay! That's awesome, y'all. That's right. We didn't think that shit was gonna happen. It was all smoky and smells so good in here. Yeet. Frankincense. Okay. To the stand, y'all. Okay, are we in here snugly, or am I about to drop y'all like a hot potato? Right? Alright, guys. As always... Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to turn that light on. There we go. As always, please do not push yourselves. Go to your comfort level. We're going to be doing these for in for 4, out for 4. If you need a modification, please do a modification. But don't hurt yourself. Alright. We are going to be getting into these. I'm going to be saying these 3 times each before we start them. I encourage you to do that too. It's a different type of yoga, but it brings in a different type of energy. Alright. Let's get cracking. What do we got first? We're going to do what happened to me was not my fault. And like I said, I'm going to be saying that 3 times. I encourage you to say it with me. And we're looking at self-love, hands across the chest, ankles there. Right? Seated comfortably. All right. So we got those there. And then up here we've got, and feel free to close your eyes while we say this. What happened to me was not my fault. What happened to me was not my fault. What happened to me was not my fault. And we're going to go in for 4. And out for 4. And in for 4. And out for 4. And in for 4. And out for 4. Alright, lovies, we're gonna see what's next. Alright, right, the next one we got was, I am creating space for joy. Way back in the seated position. This one we go through 3 of them. Oh man, that one blurry. We're gonna have like touchdown, genie, and then prayer hand. Okay. All right. Let's get into this little lovies. Again, saying this. Let me say this 3 times. Bitch. I am creating space for joy. Right? We're gonna go up. I'll hold this for 4. And like exhale, bring it down to in front or to the genie. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then on the inhale, bring it here. And exhale. All right. I am creating space for joy. We're going to go in for 4. Close and exhale for 4. And then inhale. Yeah, for 4. My bad. And exhale for 4. Last time. I am creating space for joy. In for 4. Out for 4. In and down for 4. And out for 4. Alright. To the next one, my little lovers. Oh, we've got, I remind myself often that rest is a radical practice. I don't have to earn my rest. Alright. You do not need a pillow. If you have one, good for you. Otherwise, we're going to be kind of doing child's pose here. Alright. So, we're going to go ahead and get in the pose, and then we're going to say this one. Alright? I'll keep it in front of my face. I remind myself often that rest is a radical practice. I don't have to earn my rest. In for 4. And out for 4. I'll move my hands like this. Alright. I remind myself often that rest is a radical practice. I don't have to earn my rest. In for 4. And out for 4. I remind myself often that rest is a radical practice. I don't have to calm my rest. And we've got in for 4. And out for 4. Alright guys, let's get the next one. Oh, it made me sleepy. I don't know about you. I'll need some coffee after this. Alright. I am innately whole. I draw strength from my resilience. And this one's going to be seated. Welcome, lovies. Alright. So we're going to be doing the lotus with the hands. Alright, guys. What do we got? This one we are back to kind of cross-legged. But not necessarily crossing like one foot in front of the other. And then we got, like the 4th. I can do this. Something right at, right? But it's like lotus. Alright, so we got a lotus going on. I can't read that. I'm like a baby raptor, and I'm like raptor hands. Sorry. Alright, so you guys ready? I'm supposed to have these together too, I think so. something maybe. Alright, I'm doing it that way. That's what I'm looking at. Go back to that thing. Alright, anyways. So we've got some kind of lotus. I am innately whole. I draw strength from my resilience. In for 4. And out for 4. And in for, oh wait, hold on, I didn't say it. I am innately whole. I draw strength from my resilience. And in for 4. And out for 4. I am innately whole. I draw strength from my resilience. And in for 4. And out for 4. Alright guys, let's go to the next one. We got a couple left, lovies. How many we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 left. We're about halfway through this. But don't give up, darlings. Don't give up. It's worth it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right. I honor the layers of my diverse and unique lived experience. Okay. Last one. We're going to do 2 and 2. So we'll say this 4 times, just so we stay even with it. But we're going to be going down. We got one leg back. We want our arms up, man. And you need to bend your leg instead of doing it more straight. Feel free to. You know what I mean? Like, be comfy with it. Right, I'm going to do that leg one. Just cause. I thought that's not where I balance. Right? I know my balance is whatever right now. I honor, wait, no, arms up, my bad. I honor the layers of my diverse and unique lived experiences. And we're going in for 4. And out for 4. I honor the layers of my diverse and unique lived experiences. In for 4. And out for 4. Alright, we're going to switch legs now. Just so that way, we're keeping it kind of more balanced. Because I'm taking the butt knee. Y'all do the other one. Go for you. Go for you. Gold star. Gold star. Alright. I honor the layers of my diverse and unique lived experiences. In for 4. And out for 4. I honor the layers of my diverse and unique lived experiences. And in for 4. And out for 4. Alright. I meant you did. Mommy was like, crack, snap, crackle, pop, man. Oh, this is a long one. Alright, ready for it? I take mindful moments each day to check in with myself. I offer tenderness and compassion to my nervous system. Oh, and the little finger's doing the thing. Hold on, I'm like trying not to block it here. Pinch it here. 2 hands. Alright. Y'all be ready for this? Oh, my pants just like dug into my ankle. But that's fine. That's fine. And I'm going to just start wearing yoga pants again. This is teaching yoga. Alright. I take mindful moments each day to check in with myself. I offer tenderness and compassion to my nervous system. We're going in for 4. And out for 4. I take mindful moments each day to check in with myself. I offer tenderness and compassion to my nervous system. In and out for 4. I take mindful moments each day to check in with myself. I offer tenderness and compassion to my nervous system. In and out. Alright. Let's look at the next one, lovies. Alright, where are we going? I'm going to go with I honor my light. So this one we're going to be doing in a seated position and just arms up like touchdown, right? You can sit crisscross, you can sit more spready. Alright, you guys ready? I honor my light. And in for 4. And out for 4. I honor my light. In for 4. And out for 4. I honor my light. And in for 4. And out for 4. Alright, and we're going to get to the last one before we get into the meditation. This one is I deserve to rest. So again, we're going to be getting down in kind of like that child's pose. Alright, guys ready? Right. And we're going down with it. I deserve to rest. And in for 4. And out. I deserve to rest. And in. And out. I deserve to rest. And in. And out. Alright, guys. Thank you for staying for yoga and doing yoga. I encourage you guys to do those. If you felt any that really resonated with you, bringing those in, doing a set of 3 if you can throughout the week. You know what I mean? Or even just 1. But like, you know, if it was really helping you, incorporating that if you can in some way. We are going to be sitting and doing the meditation. It's going to be 5 minutes just to try and bring things kind of home for you guys. All right. I love you all so much. Congratulate yourselves on showing up for church. And I hope you do enjoy the meditation. All right, babies. I love you. Oh, wait, hold on. And starting now. you for showing up and doing that meditation. I hope that it was easier for maybe concepts or other things that got brought up to click from during service. I'm gonna take this. We're gonna go back in the other room for a little bit. But yeah, so I hope that was easier. It helped all that stuff kind of start clicking more. Others of you may be feeling more of the energies that we got moving from yoga and stuff. Um, that kind of stuff. Yeah. All right. Puppies. All right, guys. Uh, is there anybody, maybe I should have just brought the stand in. It probably would have been easier. I'll have to remember that for next time because now I'm like holding this. Like, does anybody have any prayer requests before I sign off? Reminder, I have my prayer warriors. I pray and they will pray for you too. So, are there any prayers or anything that you guys want to talk about before I sign off? Oh, hopefully, I'm not moving too much. I just realized that. I kind of pace when I talk sometimes. Anyways. No? Alright, as always, I love you guys a lot. If you're interested in doing the shadow work, we're going to be looking at the Leo 28 challenge or whatever. So it's the next 28 days. I will be doing the shadow work reading later, as well as the movements and everything else. So I will be on a little bit later to start those. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. Anybody who tips or donates, I appreciate you. Thank you for the likes and the shares, guys. I love you all so, so, so much. Aww. Kaylee prayed for everybody to have a good day. You're so sweet. Thank you, little light. Alright, guys. I love you all so, so much. And I hope to see you in the future. Alright, bye. Ah.